Hello friends, it's Julie, and today I am on my brand new camera. I did test it out. Not all of the settings, lighting, everything is perfect. It'll get there, but I wanted to jump on and get you a video because it's been a while. So what we're going to do today is a little Q&A. I have some great comments from you all in my comment section of my videos. I know it's been about a month since I've really been active. Maybe at the end I'll give you an update on that kind of thing. So first of all, I just have a few questions here. The first one is from the What Sold the Modern Chrome Edition, and this is from Mark Blaze, I believe, 7052. And this is a question from a month ago. Sorry about that, about being so late on this. He says, I have a question, although I'd be happy to hear from other postcard sellers as well. So you guys please respond below to him. I've always had a habit of ending items and doing sell similar after 90 days with other items I'm selling. But since I've started adding postcards to the items I list, and because so many of them are listed, this takes up more and more of my time. My question is, do you just list them and forget about them, or do you ever relist them? Okay, so I actually was thinking about doing a whole video on this, but I'll give you a short answer. And the short answer is no, I don't do this. I did in the beginning, and yes, it does take a while, because if you have like 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, whatever postcards, it's going to take you a while to get it done. And also, when I stopped doing it, when I was doing it, I would say, oh, the ones that I have sold, ended in sold similar, they are now selling. Because I would choose the oldest ones because they were going to renew anyways within a day or two. And I wouldn't have to worry about how many listings I had available in my shop subscription. That's another thing to think about. But anyways, but when I stopped, seemed like the same amount of postcards were still selling from that same time frame, because I think that they renewed automatically with eBay, and then I think it was enough to jump it up into people seeing it again. So I keep seeing that. I get a wave of postcards in a certain box that all of a sudden they're selling, and then the next box sells. So I think that just, for me, I don't see a benefit in it. Some people think they do, which speak up and let us know if you do this. Well, that was interesting. My SD card was full because I had gotten it from my husband, and he had a bunch of stuff on his card. So we're just testing out the camera today. So if you didn't hear the end of what I was saying, please, other postcard resellers or eBay sellers, do you do this, and does it work for you? So let us know below. Okay, the next thing was a comment about the post that I posted about, you want to chat, because I started the new Facebook group a while ago. I had polled you guys about, should I do a Discord or should I do Facebook? And it was more people wanted Discord than Facebook, I'll be honest. But I found that it wasn't a significant amount, enough to do the Discord, because I realized in the ensuing time afterwards that I was not going to Discord. And I know that I should be, because there's other people I chat to there. But for some reason, I find myself on Facebook more. So I figured, if I'm already going to be there, it's going to be better for me to have a group there. And hopefully more you guys will be able to find it. And there was a lot of people who said it doesn't matter to either. So it was almost neck and neck. So I will had a comment of, I'm not finding the group. Would it be possible to share a link? I will share that link again below. It is called Junk for Joy, Junque. And it is a private group because, not because we need to be private and it's secure or anything, but because not everybody in our family and friends list need to know us and what we're talking about. A lot of them go like, what are you talking about? When they see posts that I'm commenting on in public groups. So that's why I keep it private, but it's findable. Okay, the next video that I have comments on is it worth having a vintage booth in 2023? And I had quite a few comments on this one. A lot of them were like, yes, I am doing similar things, or it's good to know what other people are thinking, or I'm doing this such and such. So do go back there if you have a vendor booth. There are some really great comments. I have pulled out 2 comments or questions to answer. And the first is from it said, I just took on a second booth this month. My target number for this month is very modest. I want to at least double my rent. It's a good one for the beginning because then you're covering all your expenses. All vendors have to work a couple of days a month, so it's now 4 days every month. I realized I really like the social aspect of having a booth. The connection with fellow vendors and customers brought a non-monetary added value to my life, which is important to me. Death piles, not my focus. Reclaiming my house. Adding a second booth is part of the strategy. Sales in our small, about 26 booth vendor mall have kept up pretty well, although we are noticing that more people are coming in just to look and don't buy on the first visit. We have a good mix of repeat and new customers. Okay, so I was telling about some of the benefits, and this is one that I missed, the social aspect. Because if you are just doing online selling, you possibly don't have a lot of social aspect on that, face to face, and unless you have a lot of employees or something, or you're always going out and seeing people. But this is a great reason because if a lot of vendor malls require you to work sometimes and to make up for your rent or whatever, just part of their requirements to keep them all running cheaply, economically, I should say. Mine does not, which I'm thankful for, and I think it gives a little bit more consistency to how the shop is run. And there's less vendor drama because sometimes at those malls where you do have vendors working, there's some people who think the vendors who work give preference to their own booth, whatever, or gossip. The drama. We don't need extra drama, do we? And so that's something that I didn't think about, but I think it's very true. I don't get the social aspect of customers, but I do get of people and other vendors. And I was thinking the other day that another benefit is that it helps me to see more trends in reselling physically. We are in Montana, so we're always behind trends, but hey, it's collectible trends. It's not like we're doing like the runaway fashion show or something. So it does help with that. And the other one is adding the second vendor booth to get rid of some of your death pile is a great idea. I did that too. And then I added more stuff to my death pile to help stock the second vendor booth. Anyways, so don't fall into that trap. All right, the second question is 3-wheeler 624. Thank you for the good video. I shop antique malls with booths that rotate new inventory regularly. How is the antique mall owner? Perhaps you could open your antique mall and collect rent from booth, or maybe a large pole barn that rents spaces for weekend sales. I enjoy shopping there. Also, there may be a way to sell the entire content of your booth at a reduced asking price. Please have a great week. Okay, so the antique mall owners at our mall, Marketplace 3301, are excellent. They have been very good to me. They're very supportive. They are very low drama. It's family owned. If there is drama, I don't hear about it, which is fine with me. And they've been very accommodating with my health issues and when I need things moved and all that stuff. So I would say part of the reason why I stick there is because of the people, and they put me in a very good spot in the front. Another thing is these suggestions about opening up my own mall, pole barn, and stuff like that. Some vendors do end up opening their own places. I'm not going to be one of them. For one thing, I have thought over the years many times of owning a store, but I like traveling. And you can't really travel really well if you're tied down to a brick and mortar store. And a store like this is not one that you usually hire a manager for because it's not a high profit business usually. It's something that if the people that own these malls are usually the ones working it all the time. And I also don't have the energy for that with all my autoimmune issues and chronic illnesses and stuff that like after the day after my family left from visiting, I could barely keep my eyes open. I was so exhausted. The whole day I just basically laid on the couch, did nothing. Well, I did a couple things, but yeah, so things wipe me out really easy. So I can't even fathom the energy that it takes to run one of those. So I appreciate the work that other people do and allowing me to sell in their places. Okay, and yeah, I do agree that those are fun places to go to. And I have heard of people selling the entire contents of their booth too. If I ever closed down my booth, I would probably do a big sale, and then I would donate the rest to charities and stuff. If there was anything good left, I might sell it online. So, okay, on to the last video that I pulled a question from, and that is an older video when I went through, is it a real photo postcard or not? No new loop needed, and we went through and tried to figure out if each postcard was a real photo or not. And this comment that came in a few days ago is from Norma Vanegas. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm not really good with this. 761. And she said, what do you do if the photos are not real? Are those the one that you give to your customers in the mail? I just ordered several cards for the first time. This will be a great help. Thanks so much. I don't have a scanner. I am going to try to use the one at work if it's early enough in the morning before the boss gets in, until I can buy one with the profits. I can send them to my personal email and download them at home, and I will feel so ripped off if the ones I purchased are not real. Okay, so what do I do with those postcards in the video that are not real photo postcards? I think I knew before the video happened that they were not. I did a mix so we could just figure it out. If I had a postcard that looked like a real photo and I realized it was not, it still could be a valuable postcard to sell. It just needs to be categorized in the right one. Maybe it is a chrome, maybe it is a white border, maybe it is a divided back, whatever. So then I would just make sure to label them correctly. Sometimes my most valuable postcards are not real photos anyways. If you would feel ripped off if the purchased ones are not real. If you purchased postcards that they say are real photo postcards in their advertisements, and you get them and they are not, that is when you want to check through these right away. That's one reason why. So you're in the window of returning, and I would contact them and say, hey, I looked through these. They are not real photo postcards as advertised. What do you want to do about it? Maybe in your head you're already like, I'm just going to send them back. And you could just say, I would like to return them. Or if you want to still keep them, you like the subject, say, would you discount them or something? And let the seller, respond and whatever. And if you need to open the case, do that. But because I have received some where in the photo on the listings on eBay, it's really hard to tell if it is a real photo or not, because they're taking a photo, they're not taking a scan of the postcards for sale. And I've gotten a lot that said it had real photo postcards in it. And you know what they were? There were a few black and whites in there, but they were chromes. There's a lot of people who think chrome postcards are real photo postcards because they're glossy and they look like photos. So you will run into that a lot. So what I did in that case was I did message the seller and said, none of these are real photo postcards. I just send me the right one. Did I get, just give them the benefit of the doubt and very polite about it. And they said, nope, this is the right one. There's real photo postcards. I said, no, they're not. I even took my loop out to them, and they just said, we'll just refund you the money. And I think that they didn't know themselves. And I could have sent them back, but they just said keep them. So that's how we resolved it. So it has happened to me before, and that's just one example. But yeah, it can happen. And with your scanner, it's great if your work allows you to use your scanner. You just put in that extra time. I mean, you're going to put in extra time anyways, whether it's before or after work. So it's nice that your work allows you to use their scanner to see how it goes, because it is so much easier to use a scanner than to take photos and such. So that's a good option for you. Okay, so those are the questions that I have. Please let me know below or in the Facebook group if you have other questions as well. I have posted some posts in YouTube here, but I don't know if everybody's seen them. Let me know below if you see my posts. I don't do them very often, maybe once or so a month, because so Mark from SM Postcards, a lot of you subscribe to him too. He puts out a poll every week, but I don't see his polls. I have to remember and go look him up, go to his YouTube page, and then go to his community tab, and then go to the polls, and I'll go and vote on the polls. But for some reason it doesn't pop up for me in my feed on YouTube. I don't know why. But so I'm wondering if that's the same thing as, does everybody see my posts? Because a lot of times there's not a lot of response or a lot of thumbs up or anything. Not like you have to, but for the amount of subscribers and people who view the channel, there should be more percentage-wise. Then I'm wondering if you're not seeing it. So I'm going to be putting more of that content on the Facebook page. Like the polls and the questions and things like that. It's not to say I'm never going to put posts here on YouTube. All right, so now I'm going to tell you where I have been again. And I think that when I had my friends from England and Canada over, and after they left, I told you I was really tired. It wiped me out. It wiped me out more than I thought. I think it took me a good month to recover. And this is from having multiple chronic illnesses. I get chronic fatigue and all kinds of stuff. Don't need to go into the details. But then as I was recovering, my sister says, hey, we'd like to come out and visit you next month. And I about was ready to cry because I could not fathom gearing up again for another group. It's just this energy that was needed, that I was just recovering, just trying to get going again. And regular life in my normal life for me is probably not normal life for you, but we were able to put it off for another month, so I had more of a window of recovery. And I hadn't been here before, so I felt a little more pressure to have things more nice, cleaner. So they were here, and it was really nice to have them. It's the first time any of my side of the family have come out in the 8 years we've been here in Montana. So it was really good for them to come out. I was so exhausted Monday after they left. And Tuesday, getting better. Wednesday, today I have hair and makeup done because I had a dental appointment today and this morning got canceled, but I didn't know that till after I put my hair and makeup together. So I thought, hey, I'm just going to do a video. I'm not going to waste this for nothing, right? But I just feel like I have not been able to catch up on life since then. And maybe I just needed some time off. I don't know. I know there's several of you also who have chronic illnesses, but I have hardly done any listing on my eBay. I have done the bare minimum in my booth. So that's where I've been, and I do apologize for not being able to get to your messages and your questions sooner. I know it doesn't seem like it would take a lot of time to do, but I think when everything takes an effort, just being able to do dishes and laundry, keeping up with that is sometimes all I can do. So that's what's going on, and I just wanted to, and I know that there's probably other people here that needs to hear this too, but sometimes all you need to do is do one thing at a time. Don't think of all the things that you have to do that are on your plate, but just do one thing. And as energy permits, think of what you have energy for. And sometimes we do need a summer vacation. And that's kind of what it feels like I've been doing. So anyways, no, I guess for not doing a video for a while, now I'm rambling. Let me know how you all are doing. I know it's been a while and I miss you guys. So thanks for watching and have a joyful day.